Hey Fit and Lit fam, what's up? Welcome to Fit and Lit Foundations. All right, today I'm talking about the push-up. All right, so I want you to feel more comfortable and confident anytime you see a push-up. All right, you're gonna see them in my dance cardio class, the hip portion, or our exclusive HIIT class. All right, the push-up is primarily an upper body exercise, but really your total body is being used to do it with good form, to do it safely, and to do it well. All right, so pay attention to these tips so that, again, you feel more confident and comfortable anytime you see a push-up. So my first tip for you when it comes to improving your push-up is to elevate your hands. All right, you wanna do an incline push-up, and all that means is to elevate your hands. Put your hands on a higher surface than your feet. So in a traditional push-up, you know, hands and feet on the ground, you go down and up, all right? But maybe that's not where you're at the moment, all right? So elevate your hands. You'll hear me say in class, all right? Put your hands on a higher surface, bend your elbows. This is way easier than going right to the ground, all right? I'd rather see you elevate the hands and do an incline push-up with impeccable form than doing it on the ground and it's really sloppy. All right, so maybe even elevated surface is too difficult. All right, you'll hear me say in class, use the wall. All right, another great alternative. All right, when the wall becomes too easy, all right, you can go to a little bit of a different surface. All right, and then when that gets too easy, maybe you pull out something that's a little bit lower. All right. So the point is that you're gradually improving your push-up and you're gradually making your way closer and closer to the ground. All right, again, I'd rather see you do an impeccable form incline push-up than a really sloppy push-up on the ground. All right, impeccable form, super, super important. So elevate your hands. Don't be afraid to elevate those hands. Second thing I'm gonna tell you is about your hand position, all right? It has to do with base of support, all right? Your hands, you want your fingers specifically, you want your fingers to be wide. If you're doing a push-up and your fingers are all close together, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. So keep those hands wide, all right? If you can see me on the ground, my hands are wide. My hands are wide. All right, same thing even on an elevated surface, have the hands wide. Not only do you want the fingers to be wide, when I say hands, I'm talking about fingers. Not only do you want the fingers to be wide, but your feet can also be wide. All right, so your feet can be slightly wider than the hips. All right, so fingers and feet are wide. It's gonna help you have a great base of support for your push-up. So see what that looks like here. My feet are wide, and my fingers are wide in that push-up. And that goes for push-ups on the ground and goes for elevated push-ups. If you're looking to make those push-ups more advanced, feel free to glue those feet together, squeeze those ankles together, that's fine. But if you're looking to improve your push-up and you're not on the ground yet, keep the feet wide. Keep a wide base of support, all right? So if you've ever taken the subway or a bus, if you're standing like this and the bus takes off, you're likely to fall because you have no base of support. All right, your feet are together. But if you're like this, even if you're not holding on, you're less likely to fall because you have a wide base of support. So same thing goes in your push-ups. Fingers wide, feet wide, wide base of support. All right, so far we have elevated hands, incline push-up, and base of support. Fingers wide, feet wide. The next thing I'm gonna say is about your body position in your push-up, all right? Your form needs to be your priority. The alignment needs to be a priority. I love to say that your push-up is a moving plank. So you find your good plank form and then you're just bending the elbows in your push-up, all right? So things to think about for your body position in your push-up. I already talked about the fingers being wide, all right? But where are your hands in relation to your shoulders? All right, I would say if you have any shoulder issues, keep the hands directly over the shoulders. All right, it's gonna be the most difficult kind of push-up, all right, because the elbows are just grazing the side of your body. A lot of your tricep gets involved here, so it's a smaller muscle, so it's gonna be a little more difficult. all right? But if your shoulders are healthy and you're just looking to improve your push-up and get on the ground and bang them out on the ground, keep your hands slightly wider than your shoulders. So my hands are slightly wider than the shoulders. This is directly over the shoulders, all right? Slightly wider, all right? And you notice the elbows are not as close to my body, all right? So this is me doing the push-up on the ground, all right? Elbows are about 45-degree angle. So look at this on the ground, all right? Hands are slightly wider than the shoulders, and you push up, all right? You want the elbows to still be pointing behind you. You never want to be like scarecrow. Elbows are not going out to the side. Elbows are at a 45-degree angle, all right? And that happens because you're having your hands slightly wider than the shoulders, all right? This is the same if you're doing your incline push-up. You still can have your hands slightly wider than the shoulders, all right? That's how you're gonna practice. The same thing that you would do when you get on the floor is what you're practicing on that elevated surface. All right, another thing about your body position, squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt, all right? You hear me say this a lot. When you're in your plank, you're squeezing your butt, and the push-up is a moving plank. So you're still squeezing the butt when you do the plank. When you do the push-up, all right? Why are we squeezing our butt? Because that's how you make sure that your core is engaged and you keep your lower back safe, all right? So in order to improve the amount of push-ups you're doing and do them safely, you need to be squeezing your glute muscles, your butt muscles. You may notice yourself doing push-ups and your butt is kind of sticking out and you have this arch in your back. That's not what you want, right? You want to squeeze the butt and have straight alignment, right? So we're not here, all right? So stand up and put your body in that arched position so you can feel what that feels like. That's what you don't want to do. And I'm not asking you to tuck and be all the way here. I'm asking you to be tall and squeeze the butt, all right? Be tall, squeeze the butt. So let's transfer that same energy to what you do in your push-up, whether it's elevated or on the floor. So I'm squeezing my butt. Look at my body position. I'm in my plank and I'm just bending my elbows. That is exactly what you want to do. Squeeze the butt the whole time, all right? Make sure when you're doing that push-up, body position, it's a straight line down, straight line up, all right? You're never supposed to be going like here. No. If you squeeze the butt, it's most likely everything is a straight line, all right? You're thinking about leading with your chest to the ground. A lot of the times we get tired and then sloppy, then we're like doing all of this, leading with the hips for the push-up. That's not what we want to do. Lead with that upper body. And if you find yourself doing that on the ground, you need to elevate your hands and do those incline push-ups, meaning the hands are elevated. Last thing I want you to think about is corkscrewing your hands, right? It's gonna help you to create that tension in your body, and it's gonna help you with the push-up. So you're not actually moving the hands, but it's the idea, thinking about the right hand moving clockwise, left hand is moving counterclockwise, right? You're corkscrewing, and it's just gonna create an extra tension in your body. So say you're going into that push-up, you're in that plank position, all right? You're in that plank position, all right? Feet are wide, fingers are spread wide. Now think about corkscrewing. So notice how that turns on your back muscles, all right? You're squeezing your butt, all right? And when you corkscrew, you're creating that tension, and that tension is gonna help you perform that push-up with impeccable form, which is what you wanna do, because that's what improves your fitness, your strength, and it keeps you injury-free. So the last few things that I want to say about you improving your push-ups is that you already have the right mindset. The fact that you're watching this video, the Fit and Lit Foundations video, it means that you want to get better. So kudos to you for watching this the whole way through and making a commitment to be better at an exercise that you may have hated in the past. So like, I'm bigging you up all the way and cheering you on for just like watching this video, taking the time to watch this video, all right? It's the consistency that's gonna make the difference. If you're just doing like a couple push-ups one day a week, like you're not gonna see a difference, all right? You need to be putting your best foot forward when we do push-ups in class, but also outside of class, all right? Mamba mentality, you know? Kobe Bryant used to take like 1,000 shots after every game, even when he was winning, all right, winning the game, all right? So consistency, even the pros, they're professional athletes, all right? But they still put in the work to improve their game, all right? Same comes to you when it comes to improving your push-ups or anything in life, really. Like, the more you practice, repetition breeds success. So practice those push-ups, all right? Maybe you say you're gonna do 10 push-ups a day or 10 push-ups 3 times a week, you know, whatever that consistency is for you. And if you wanna talk more about like how many you should be doing, you know, you can message me and we'll talk about that, all right? Another thing I'm gonna say is your mindset and your approach when it comes to push-ups is also a factor, all right? So if you hear me say we're doing push-ups and your reaction is, I hate push-ups, like I don't want to do them, I hate them, well, you're gonna continue to not see improvement. But if you get excited, even if it's a little bit of a lie to yourself, if you get excited, hype yourself up, okay, I'm gonna like be great at these push-ups, I'm gonna, you know, have the best base of support and have my hands inclined, like that mindset makes a difference in how you perform, all right? So think about those things when you're approaching your push-ups. Your consistency makes a difference and your mindset makes a difference, all right? So using these tips, all right, you're gonna see an improvement in your push-ups, and feel free to send me a video. I'm so happy to look at you doing push-ups and then provide you with some feedback so that you can keep improving, all right? Thank you for watching Fit and Lit Foundations. I will see you in class. Stay fit and lit.